Okay, I'm actually here. I'm actually here. All right. Black Knight Satellite, here we go, right? I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Black Knight Satellite, but there is a legend, a persistent legend actually, that's been around for many years, okay, of something called the Black Knight Satellite. Something that orbits in space, has an orbit around Earth, and a few photos have actually been captured. So, sorry, this pomegranate's good as hell. It's been kind of hard to get pomegranate. Photo. One photo taken by I believe it was Apollo 10. And then another photo taken, I believe, 1989. But it's of an object, a mysterious object that orbits around the Earth. So it's been around for actually many years. They've actually been able to track the orbit of this so-called Black Knight satellite, right? Now, the thing people love, this little legend, right, that they have, something that they love to say is that the Black Knight satellite has been in orbit up to 12,000 years, right? I don't know about that, but it is said that the satellite is actually some type of spy satellite orbiting the Earth, monitoring people. NASA doesn't have any kind of control of this object. Russia's never caught to it. Did y'all see the news about the Russian Space Agency parting ways with the UN and United States government? It's been more than 120 years since the existence of the Black Knight was first recorded. Those who actually subscribe to this theory invoke an extraterrestrial spacecraft in near polar orbit of Earth. Although they draw upon pieces of evidence so disparate that it's not entirely clear why people link them. What it all amounts to is a strange brew that has spurred some folks to shout about a cover-up by NASA and other government entities, a legend that refuses to go away. A lot of the earliest discoveries that have been linked to the Black Knight satellite theory relate to radio signals. But a series of images from 1998 really threw the celestial cat among the pigeons. They were taken during STS-88, the first space shuttle mission to the International Space Station. Images released by NASA show a black object hovering above our planet in low Earth orbit. And before long, the images were thrust in front of a hopeful public before people were performing some conspiratorial sums and sharing them with the wider world. Since those images were shared far and wide, a ton of conspiracy theories have actually sprung up, y'all. So they say they have new evidence to prove that will actually prove the existence of this Black Knight satellite. So give me a second, because I want to see.
3 decades apart show the same exact thing?
Y'all know I love of sound, mind, and body.
As just space.
Catch it all here.
In a new article posted to the ET database by ufologist and blogger Scott C. Waring, Scott examines a photo that was taken during the Apollo 11 mission, where he believes it captured the legendary Black Knight satellite. According to some ufologists, the Black Knight is an artificial satellite of extraterrestrial origin which has allegedly orbited the Earth for approximately 13,000 years.
Hey, Mona. Hey, Just My Five.
The
Sorry, y'all. I'm
image in
just now
question
seeing the
was
chat.
pulled from the Gateway to Astronaut Photography of Earth website, and the photo ID is AS10-35-5181. Here's the photo. At first glance, you see that it's just a beautiful picture of the Earth. Right? Wrong. If we zoom into this area here, something else grabs your attention. Mr. Waring believes that this object is indeed in Earth's orbit, but lies much further than where the International Space Station is today. The object does bear a striking resemblance to the famous satellite and looks as if its tail end is here. And the nose of the satellite is here. Look at this side-by-side comparison of the Apollo 10 photo on the left and the most famous photo of the Black Knight satellite on the right. That was taken in 1998 by NASA, where they described it as space debris. Could these two photos that were taken 3 decades apart show the same exact thing? If it is just space debris, then how did it get out in space during the Apollo missions in the 1960s? Do you think NASA is lying about this, or do you agree with them here? Before you answer, take a look at our next story, where we'll show you possible video that was allegedly taken of the Black Knight satellite. A video that was uploaded to YouTube back on April 5th, 2018 caused quite a stir online last year. The undated video was taken from a NASA Ustream, and many are claiming that the famous Black Knight satellite can be seen floating above the Earth. Take a look. Here we see this eerie, dark, slightly elongated object slowly drift across the screen from left to right as a huge hurricane on Earth is viewed by the International Space Station. The original uploader did not give the exact date or leave a link to the original video, so we don't know when this was taken or what's. Due to the amount of hours we spend on the International Space Station's websites, we can vouch for the authenticity, although we still can't guarantee anything here. As far as what it was, no one knows for sure. Ufologists believe it is in fact the mysterious satellite whose origin is allegedly alien in nature, but skeptics aren't so sure, many saying that it could have just been a low-orbit satellite, while others who want to stay neutral say it is simply unidentifiable, hence the UFO label. Judge for yourselves, but we suggest waiting until you watch our next story of yet another alleged video of this highly debated space object known as the Black Knight satellite. In yet another video that was taken by the International Space Station, the infamous Black Knight satellite was allegedly seen right in front of the camera for all the world to see. But is this fact or fiction? The clip was recorded back in 2014, and since the original source has vanished because NASA deletes their Ustream videos after a few months. But here we can see this bizarre object at the top of the screen. An object that many proclaimed was the infamous Black Knight satellite.
Y'all, this chicken and dumplings is good as hell.
In the almost 3-minute clip, the strange object seems to rotate slowly, while drifting upward slightly.
It's crazy.
It does resemble the alleged satellite greatly, as you can see by this side-by-side comparison.
It really does.
And many are convinced that we are indeed seeing the alien anomaly here, while skeptics just chalked it up to nothing more than a hair on the lens. But do hairs rotate and move? Unfortunately, the feed cut out as usual as the object makes its way off screen, so we don't know exactly what happened to the object. But it was never seen again like this, which also goes against the hair theory. If it was just a hair stuck on the camera lens, then it would have been seen many times.
A mukbang.
What do you make of all this? The Apollo 10 photo?
Wow.
The hurricane footage? And this International Space Station footage?
I wonder if there's any sort of live tracking.
Can they all just be nothing more than illusions? Or is something going on out in space we just can't comprehend?
There's jellyfish in space.
Back in August of 2015, this story of a UFO blasting the Earth with some kind of energy was all over the internet. First discovered by the late YouTube user StreetCap1, the strange event was filmed by the International Space Station during a live NASA Ustream. Here we see the bizarre object as it hovers above Earth. Slowly, the Earth rotates, but the object seems to hold a steady orbit. Unfortunately, the original poster did not place a link to the source of the footage, but it does appear to be a legit video, and does not appear to be tampered with. Let's raise the brightness and contrast a bit to see it better. Now, whether or not it is a real UFO remains to be seen. Many have argued back and forth as to what exactly it is we are seeing. Ufologists believed at the time the video was released that it is indeed an extraterrestrial craft of some kind, but that it was not blasting the Earth with some kind of energy, but that it was harnessing energy from the Earth to use as fuel for its long trip home, back to wherever it came from. Now, that is a pretty elaborate hypothesis, but you never know, right? Skeptics believe that it is nothing more than a reflection on the lens of the International Space Station's camera. But nothing like this was seen before or has been since. If it was just a reflection of something on the ISS's camera, then wouldn't it be seen many times as the Earth rotates? Which side of the fence do you fall on as to whether or not it is in fact an alien ship or just a reflection? Before you come to your conclusion though, in our next story, we'll show you videos of alleged UFOs that were seen harnessing energy from the sun. A few years ago, a ton of powerful activity was taking place on the sun. Huge solar flares dazzled NASA over the course of several weeks. Back then, the late YouTube channel StreetCap1 discovered a video of a large sphere feeding off of Old Norse. The video was taken using the HelioViewer website on July the 6th, 2017. Frame by frame, you can see this tail-looking thing here. It resembles a tornado, so to speak. It dances around until you start to see a disc-shaped object appear. Then it drifts away. Could it really be some kind of UFO taking plasma or simply harnessing energy from the sun? This isn't the first time this type of thing has been seen doing the exact same thing. Back in March of 2012, this huge disc-like shadow was seen sucking energy right out of the sun. This time, we see a bunch of tentacle-looking things touching the sun. Then, they seem to form one massive tentacle. That's when you see the disc-shaped object come into view. Let's zoom in and slow the video down a bit. You can see that according to the Earth Scale tool on the HelioViewer website, that this object is several times larger than the Earth. And there is never any explanation as to what we are seeing ever given by NASA. So what could these things be then? UFOs? Some kind of living being? Or just an optical illusion due to the countless mysteries of the sun itself? Before you answer those questions, in our final story, we'll show you what these objects could possibly look like, because one may have been caught zooming by the sun. Was a massive circular object seen near the sun last year? Once again, according to the YouTube channel StreetCap1, the answer may be yes. But let's take a closer look at the claim. Using NASA's Solar and Heliospheric website, we can find this photo that was taken by the LASCO C3, short for the Large Angle and Spectrometric Coronagraph. Let's watch the sequence the photo was taken from, which took place from May 18th to the 22nd of 2018. First, we see the sun let out a coronal mass ejection. Then, we see the object appear in a flash and disappear. It seems to be circular, and it also appears to be leaving a trail behind it. But was it a ship? Some kind of natural phenomenon? Or just a glitch? No one really knows for sure, and we know NASA isn't going to give anyone answers to any of the things we've shown you today. So it's up to you guys to decide what you believe. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you like the videos produced by A Sound Mind and Body, please subscribe and click the bell to receive notification of future uploads. Your support helps us bring you new and exciting videos almost every day. Thank you.
I ended up getting hooked, y'all, and couldn't stop the video. That's how those videos are. I'd pull you in.
Analyses whose
They pull you in. Anyway.